Hey guys, so today I'm reviewing Sistas Season 8, Episode 19, entitled Nuckin' and Buckin'. And this week's episode was really, really good. We're finally getting somewhere, and it's about to be 3 more episodes, and the season's done. And we're finally picking up the pace. Next week even looks good. So let's just get right into it. This week's episode started off with Fatima confronting Tamira about, Hayden possibly stabbing Gary. And she was basically like, I don't have proof that y'all stabbed him, but I do have proof about a motive that y'all stabbed him. And she played a video of Tamira and Gary having sex. And Tamira tried to snatch Fatima's phone. Fatima punched her. And then she was like, oh, so you're still not going to tell me information? And then Fatima called Madam, and Tamara's dumbass basically told Madam fuck her, and she does not care about her or Fatima. So then she hung up on Madam, and Fatima was like, well, we just fucked up and left the house. So then to we get to Karen's mom walking in on Karen and Aaron having sex, and she basically is asking Karen, so are y'all back together, or is this just, pregnancy hormones? And Karen's basically like, no, we're working on getting back together. We're going slow, but we are working on getting back together. So then Karen's mom was basically like, okay, whatever. So then basically Danny goes to Andy's house to tell her what happened with, her and what happened with her at the job. And Andy was basically like, I'll help you get your job back, but I gotta get mine back first. So then Fatima gets a call from a coworker telling them that there's a meeting happening, and Fatima ends up telling Andy, and Andy, ends up on her way to the meeting. So then Fatima and Zach are talking, and Fatima tells Zach what happened, between her and Tamara, and then Fatima, heads on to the meeting. So then Sabrina and Maurice are at the bank, and Fatima tells Maurice that her and Damani are going on a business trip together to Turks and Caicos, and then so later on, Sabrina and Rich have dinner together, and Sabrina basically tells Rich that she has already given her, her eggs to Damani's sperm, and Rich, rightfully so, walks off pissed because he was telling her that he wanted to start a family with her, but she was telling him it's too late. So then Tony and Danny are talking, and then Tony's basically like, oh, I want to break up. Oh, not I want to break up. I'm sorry. Tony's like, trying to talk to Danny, and Danny's like, oh, you didn't defend me, and I need space, this and that. And Tony's basically like, well, I need reassurance until we can get both what we want, then let's not talk to each other. So that was that. And then Hayden goes to Miss Marie to try to talk to the judge to get Hudson, removed from power of attorney. So she said she would do it as long as, Hayden eats her out. He eats her out. And then Miss Marie basically calls just basically stopping it. So she basically played Hayden. So then basically, I'm trying to get to the other stuff before we get to the ending. Oh yeah, so Jordan goes to the hospital to see Gary, and he basically confronts Gary. He ends up strangling Gary. So we'll see what happens with that. And then the meeting happens. Andy goes to the meeting, and she basically says that if I leave, my partners leave, Miss Marie, including my other clients, will be leaving this building too, not bringing millions of dollars to the company. So they basically voted her back in to be, managing partner. So then her and Robin are talking. Robin's like, he's impressed. But Andy's like, don't talk to me. Don't act like this is a test. I'm still mad at you. So then we get to the ending where Hayden comes home to see Tamara bruised up. And Tamara tells Hayden what happens. And then, Madam's crew ends up barging in and beating up Hayden and leaving. I'm like, dang, what did Hayden do? He deserved it, but sheesh. But that was this week's episode. And it was really good, like I said. And I cannot wait to see y'all next week for episode 20.